Did you know that the earliest known underwear dates back over 5,000 years? Indeed, evidence suggests the loincloth was the earliest form of underwear, made first from materials like leather or woven grass for protection and societal status. Among early tribes, loincloths varied in size and material, reflecting the tribe's environment and resources. As humans transitioned to established communities, underwear evolved significantly. In the Neolithic era, agriculture led to longer settlements, prompting changes in clothing, including undergarments. Leather remained common, but textiles from plant fibers like flax emerged. The ancient Egyptians, for example, favored linen for its breathability and comfort in their hot climate. Their undergarments, worn by both genders, were simple yet functional. In contrast, early Eurasian communities in icy tundras required layered protection. Their textiles were thicker, made from wool, and often lined with fur for insulation. These undergarments were crucial for survival in harsh conditions. Despite there being no officially known interaction between these two societies, similar technological advancements in garment production occurred, let's say due to universal needs. Thus, there was an evolution in materials, techniques, and the perception of undergarments beyond utility. During the Bronze Age, around 3300 BC, technological advancements impacted early tribes, enhancing materials and techniques for manufacturing underwear. Bronze tools enabled refined textile production, increasing the use of woven fabrics for sophisticated undergarments. In the Mediterranean and Middle East, flourishing trade routes diversified garment styles, including underwear. Innovations from the East, like silk, were integrated into high-classes garments. In ancient Mesopotamia, early civilizations between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers emerged around 3100 BC. Mesopotamia was home to Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians, but their underwear was basic. These garments prioritized practicality, offering protection from harsh climates and discomfort over modesty. In Sumer, tunics made of wool or flax were the main attire. During the Akkadian and Babylonian periods, linen became more common, suggesting advancements in textile processing and trade with regions like Egypt, known for fine linen. The use of natural dyes, such as indigo and reds from plants, indicates an appreciation for color and aesthetics, even in undergarments. Scribes, priests, and the upper class likely accessed better quality fabrics. In ancient Greece, the perizoma was a practical garment for physical activities in daily life, meaning belt or loincloth. It was a simple cloth wrapped around the body, worn by both men and women. For men, it was linked to athletic events like the Olympic Games, where athletes competed naked or girded with this garment for modesty and support. Women wore it under their garments for support and coverage. Typically made from linen or wool, these materials were chosen for their breathability and comfort, aiding daily tasks. The perizoma is also featured in Greek rituals and ceremonies, symbolizing purity and devotion. Its design was simple yet functional, varying slightly by region, but always prioritizing utility over aesthetics. Despite its minimalist design, the perizoma was essential in ancient Greek wardrobes. Ancient Greek women used a breastband called a strophion, a cloth strip wrapped around the bust for support during physical activities or under loose garments. Made of soft materials like linen, it was sometimes also woven with wool for warmth. Depictions of women in daily and athletic settings suggest the strophion's widespread use, indicating its effectiveness and acceptance in Greek society. Unlike the perizoma, the strophion had a unique socio-cultural role, linked to femininity and modesty, reflecting the gender norms of the time. While the perizoma was common across genders, the strophion marked a divergence in male and female undergarment evolution. Artworks like vases and sculptures highlight their prominence and everyday use. Ancient Rome, on the other hand, had a straightforward approach to underwear. Roman underwear was practical. For both genders, the sublegaculum served as the closest garment to modern underwear. This basic loincloth was worn under a tunic. Men often wore the sublegaculum during sports or labor, sometimes without additional covering. Women wore it beneath their stola, a long dress central to female fashion. Wealthier Romans wore undergarments of imported fabrics like Egyptian linen, prized for its lightweight, breathable qualities. Elaborate undergarments indicated luxury rather than necessity. But Roman hygiene practices intertwined with fashion. They valued cleanliness, with communal bathing promoting undergarment laundering. Bathhouses served as social hubs where fashion, including undergarment trends, could be observed and discussed. The advent of laundries, or philonicae, suggests a societal value on maintaining clean attire. Fullers, who cleaned clothes, used various methods, including the controversial practice of using human urine for its ammonia content to clean fabrics. As Roman society evolved, cultural perceptions of clothing and underwear transformed significantly. The economic prosperity during the Pax Romana broadened access to diverse textiles, introducing softer fabrics like silk, though rare and expensive. For those of you who don't know, Pax Romana, which translates to Roman peace in Latin, is a period of relative peace and stability across the Roman Empire, spanning approximately 2 centuries, from 27 BC to 180 AD, and the era is often regarded as the zenith of Roman civilization, marked by economic prosperity, cultural flourishing, and expansive infrastructure development. Ordinary citizens still relied on durable wool or linen, while the elite indulged in silk imports from the East. This access to new materials spurred experimentation in clothing design across the empire. Fashion among Roman women, particularly the aristocracy, embraced diverse undergarment styles. Embroidery and intricate patterns adorned these garments, showcasing wealth and sophistication. Men's undergarments remained practical, focusing on comfort and ease of movement. However, the balance between function and style began subtly shifting towards the latter. Vibrant dyes from the East enhanced men's clothing as well, increasing aesthetic appeal even in simple garments. Despite the rich variety of materials and styles, core Roman values of modesty and practicality persisted. Social activities like frequenting bathhouses reinforced these values, emphasizing a culture where cleanliness is closely tied to moral character. In the Middle Ages, people wore braies, linen shorts secured with a belt, as early underwear for both peasants and noblemen. Linen, valued for comfort and breathability, made braies practical. By the 11th century, chausses, leg-covering garments similar to pants, became popular. While linen was common, the wealthy preferred silk for its luxurious feel. Underwear provided protection, especially with the era's rudimentary hygiene. Women wore shifts or chemises, simple linen tunics under dresses, protecting outer garments from sweat and oils. Both genders wore stockings for warmth in medieval Europe's climate. Underwear was about modesty, function, and comfort, integral to medieval life. Garment lengths and styles adapted to changes in outerwear and social norms. By the 14th century, braies became more fitted, featuring waist laces for a snug fit, enhancing comfort and mobility. For women, the chemise served as an undergarment and sleepwear, typically made from white linen for easy laundering. Lace trims and embroidery, indicating status, became prevalent. The corset emerged as a supportive garment, shaping the body beneath clothing. Despite being concealed, underwear's progression highlights technological advances in fabric production and medieval social complexities. In the later Middle Ages, underwear's role grew as outer garments became more elaborate. By the 15th century, the introduction of doublets, tight-fitting jackets, highlighted the need for suitable undergarments to smooth and protect clothing line. Tailored undergarments, often padded, ensured a desirable silhouette, making underwear an integral part of fashion architecture. Corsets became more structured, using stiffening materials like whalebone or reeds, setting the stage for elaborate corsetry in later centuries. This era also saw the codpiece, initially a functional element in men's hose, evolve into a decorative symbol of masculinity. In women's fashion, the farthingale emerged, altering body shape and supporting voluminous skirts. Fabric and style choices remained divided by social standing, with affluent individuals selecting luxurious materials and elaborate designs, contrasting with the simpler, utility-focused garments of the lower classes. Moving closer to the end, the history of 18th and 19th century underwear reveals a fascinating evolution in fashion, societal norms, and industrial progress. In the 18th century, men's and women's underwear transitioned from mere practicality to symbols of modest fashion and social status. Men's garments included loose shirts and knee-length breeches made from cotton, linen, or wool. Women's underwear featured the chemise, a knee-length undershirt typically crafted from linen or cotton. Early in the century, women began wearing stays, precursors to modern corsets, which were stiffened bodices shaping the torso into a fashionable silhouette while providing support. By mid-century, stays became increasingly complex, emphasizing their fashion significance. Late 18th century advancements in textile production introduced more comfortable fabrics. Fashion icon Queen Marie Antoinette popularized simple, elegant stays and chemises, influencing contemporary styles. The Industrial Revolution, spanning the late 18th to early 19th centuries, mechanized production, reducing costs and increasing accessibility. This era introduced pantalettes, or drawers, to women's wardrobes, resembling loose trousers for modesty and warmth. Factory-produced garments replaced handmade items, democratizing fashion. As the 19th century progressed, underwear remained vital in clothing and societal norms. The Victorian era emphasized modesty. Corsets became key in women's fashion, shaping an hourglass figure essential to gender roles. Made from whalebone or steel, these corsets dramatically altered body shape, often at the expense of comfort and health. The rise of cotton usage enhanced comfort and washability, with white cotton undergarments popularized by Queen Victoria, symbolizing purity and cleanliness. Men's underwear evolved too, with long flannel drawers gaining popularity for warmth during the Industrial Revolution's chill. Shirts featured high collars and longer lengths for secure tucking, showing advancements in men's fashion awareness. The 1864 invention of the knitting machine enabled mass production and accessibility of knitted underwear. Knitted union suits, covering men from neck to ankle, became winter staples. This era illustrated the blend of technological innovation and societal values, resulting in underwear that effectively balanced function, fashion, and propriety throughout the 19th century. As the 19th century ended, underwear evolved into modern undergarments. Advancements in textile manufacturing and synthetic dyes enhanced accessibility and variety in underwear design, moving beyond traditional white. Societal norms of modesty still influenced designs. Women's underwear incorporated more lace and decoration, while corsets remained essential. The health corset emerged in response to medical concerns about tight lacing, promising better posture and less restriction. Public figures and advertisements influenced fashion trends, as seen in the popularity of specific underwear brands, and thus the history of modern underwear begins. Men transitioned from traditional one-piece union suits to more comfortable two-piece garments, often made from wool or cotton, popular among working-class men. Meanwhile, women's undergarments shifted from heavy petticoats and corsets to lighter, more comfortable items. As society moved into the 20th century, World War I influenced undergarments towards modern styles. Practicality and comfort led to the decline of the corset and the rise of the brassiere, patented in 1914 by Mary Phelps Jacob, promoting better health and flexibility. By the 1920s, the Jazz Age inspired lighter, liberating styles, reflecting changing fashion trends and the pursuit of freedom and equality. For men, separating upper and lower pieces became standard, embracing styles that allowed more movement and comfort. This era marked a pivotal change in underwear's function and style, setting the stage for future developments. In the 1930s and 1940s, underwear styles mirrored societal shifts, influenced by economic changes and wartime needs. During the Great Depression, affordability and practicality were prioritized, reducing the use of luxurious materials. World War II austerity led to innovations with materials like rayon and nylon, valued for their cost-effectiveness and durability. This era introduced the bikini brief by designer Elsie Frankfurt, offering women enhanced comfort and style. In men's underwear, Jockey transformed comfort with the Y-front brief in 1935, providing better support and becoming a fashion staple. Post-war, underwear evolved into a fashion statement. Advertising highlighted fit and style, promoting underwear as an expression of personal style. The late 1940s and 1950s saw Hollywood's influence, with icons like Marilyn Monroe and Marlon Brando shaping a bold, sensual image for underwear. This period also introduced the padded bra, enhancing the female silhouette to meet changing beauty standards. As the 1950s transitioned to the 1960s, underwear became more colorful and expressive, linking with personal identity and self-expression. The thong, popularized by Rudi Gernreich, challenged norms. The fitness boom emphasized performance, leading to athletic underwear and sports bras. The 20th century witnessed a remarkable evolution in underwear design and use, driven by fashion pioneers who merged functionality with aesthetics. Chanel simplified women's wardrobes, including undergarments, emphasizing comfort and practicality. Ida Rosenthal advanced the brassiere by introducing cup sizes for a better fit, revolutionizing women's lingerie with a focus on comfort and support. World War II necessitated the standardization of men's underwear, popularizing cotton briefs and boxers for their support and flexibility. By the 1960s, underwear became integral to youth fashion, influenced by icons like Elvis Presley, who popularized fitted boxer shorts, blending style and function. Underwear advertisements surged, raising awareness about diverse styles and fits, appealing to a wider audience. The cultural shifts of the 1970s and 80s propelled designers like Calvin Klein, who redefined underwear as a fashion statement, prominently displayed by celebrities. In the late 20th and early 21st centuries, underwear evolved into a symbol of empowerment and innovation. Jean-Paul Gaultier and Madonna in the 1990s redefined fashion norms, with Gaultier's cone bra challenging perceptions. Victoria's Secret revolutionized lingerie with its runway shows from 1995, emphasizing sex appeal and luxury. This period established lingerie as a medium for personal expression and confidence. By the 2000s, technological advancements introduced moisture-wicking fabrics and seamless designs, enhancing comfort and functionality. Underwear has transcended its basic necessity, becoming a reflection of personal style and pushing fashion boundaries. In the 1990s and 2000s, technology revolutionized design. The internet expanded consumer access. Fabrics evolved to include moisture-wicking materials and seamless designs, enhancing comfort. Brands like Victoria's Secret emphasized fashion, making lingerie vital in women's wardrobes. Gender-neutral and body-positive movements promoted inclusivity. Entering the 21st century, sustainability became crucial, with eco-friendly materials and ethical production. And that's it. I hope you're wearing underwear right now. And if you're not, you just have to subscribe. See you soon, you weirdo.